All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again tonight. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to make this probably 15 minutes, maybe. We'll see. I do realize the more I use my voice, the less I can talk. I know, right? No shit, stupid. Whatever. Finley the dog, Mr. Landfill, Phone Grown, Joe, Dobie, Sarita, thank you for the 5x5. Angelwood, thank you for the 5x5. Adriana, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate that. Hold on. Can't do it here. Anyway, thank you for the 5x5. WTC, Spotted Fawn, Chris Brown, Harold, Melissa, Willard, Blackfoot, Laura, Comet, thank you for the 5x5. Tia, Crow, War Tigers, Miss Chief, Dwayne, thank you for the 5x5. Janine, Maria, John, thank you for the 5x5. Patty, thank you for the 5x5. William, thank you for the 5x5. Patty Escos, thank you for the 5x5, I guess. Appreciate it. William, thank you for the 5x5. I wonder why that is. That's it. Anyway, I'll do it later. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about congestion pricing here in New York City. Now, I had this discussion at work with the guys, of course. Now, we work in the South Bronx, so this doesn't affect us. This is going to affect a lot of guys who cannot afford the extra $300 a month if you're working 5 days a week. Now, for everybody who drives their car in, who are paying $300, who are going to start paying $300 extra a month, you got to keep this in mind. The MTA has been squandering its money for years, decades even. They keep saying that they need more money to fix the infrastructures like the bridges and roads and things like that they are in control of. They've been upping the toll amount a lot. I wouldn't say every year, but often enough. And somehow they don't have enough money to fix the roads and the bridges. Fine. Then they keep talking about a fare hike for the trains and buses. And still they're behind the curve. Now they want congestion pricing at $15 once a day. Now it's only once a day. So if you go to 60th Street and then you come back below 60th Street, then you come out of it, then you go back in, you're only charged once a day. Now, for everybody going to work, everyone who works 5 days a week, that is an extra $300 a month. Now, also depend, give or take, because you can go on off-peak hours, and I think the off-peak hours is less than that. It's like $7 or $8 or whatever it is. And then if you're on a motorcycle, it's $7.50. If you're a big truck, it's $36. If you're a small truck, it's $24. Trucking companies are going to be paying more, especially those trucks that make deliveries 5 days a week. But forget about the companies and the trucks. Fuck them, right? They got money. They could probably afford it. Maybe they can't. Who knows? But for the average American going into work, they have to pay an additional $300 a month, not including the tolls they have to pay to get to work. If you have to cross the George Washington Bridge, I think it's at $18 or $20 now on an easy pass. I think it's $13 to cross the RFK Bridge, and I don't know what it is of Arizona, to come into New York. You already have to pay these tolls to come into New York. So, on the lowest aspect, you're paying about $200 a month to come into the city to work. An additional $300. That is anywhere between $500 to $700 a month, depending on which way you come in, to work in New York City. You have to pay $700, anywhere between anywhere between $500 to $700 a month to work in New York City. Right. They want you to walk to work. They want you to take the mass transit in, the trains. And even if you take the trains in, guys, the train depending on how far you live, can be an additional could be $200 to $300 a month. Now, granted, if you take the train in, you're only paying $300 a month because you don't have to worry about tolls and all the other tolls coming in. So instead of paying $700 a month, they want you to take the MTA and pay $300 a month. So your comfort's out. Some people need their cars. A lot of people don't. I hate to admit it. A lot of people do not need their cars in the city. They just, they feel safe. They're comfortable. I don't like driving. I fucking can't stand it. But in my case, first of all, I don't drop below 60th Street. But even if I did, I would need it for details and shit like that when you go to work. Police officers need it. EMTs who get paid shit. Correction officers who get paid shit. Sanitation workers, they get paid pretty well. These are the people that are working 5 days a week. Firefighters will work 4 days, 2 or 4 days a week, depending on the schedule. Regular city workers who come in 5 days a week, again, not to mention the tolls to get in, are going to pay anywhere between $500 to $700 extra a month. With the economy the way it is, it's unreal. Now, the city will not have exemptions or a pay break for city workers. They said no. The MTA said no. Okay. But they have a program for low-income people who drive to work. So, again, figure this shit out. People who are not working but are low income or on a government stipend get a break on 100 visits below 60th Street a month. So that means you get a break in driving your car down. And they didn't say what the exact breakdown was going to be of that. But imagine some guy who's just driving around smoking weed in his car because he's on the government's nipple gets a toll break or a congestion pricing break. But you and I, who work every day or just about every day, we get full price. I'm pretty sure illegal immigrants are going to get a break on this shit as well. But again, the average American citizen, the Mr. Work every day, isn't getting a break. Now, keep in mind, the MTA is losing money because fare evasion. There are people jumping the turnstile every day. Every day. There are people jumping on buses without paying every day. No one's stopping them. They are losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year because people are jumping the turnstile and or boarding the buses without paying. If you fix that problem, you won't have MTA will have less of a financial problem. But the other two arguments for the congestion pricing is pollution and less traffic. Which, thinking about it, it's probably going to bring less traffic because a lot of people cannot afford the $500 a month it takes to travel in the city. So, I don't know what a lot of people are going to do. The city is not budging, or rather, New York State and the MTA is not budging on exemptions. So I think a lot of people are going to have to do things like block your tags. Do whatever it takes, guys, so that they don't pick your tag up. Put your Easy Pass in aluminum foil so they don't tag it. Fuck them. Cops are not going to pull you over. They don't have the fortitude to. They don't have the manpower to pull you over because your tags are blocked. Put duct tape across your tags and put "I'm gay" or honk if you like gay men, or honk if you like lesbian women, whatever. Because now cop pulls you over, they're like, someone's breaking your balls because they know you wouldn't do that. Whatever it takes, get those shield things, right? So that if someone looking at it can see it, but the cameras can't pick it up, fuck them. Whatever you got to do to fuck this state and the MTA out of their money, do it. Do it. Yeah, and again, you're gonna have a lot of guys who who work downtown below 60th Street putting their papers in to transfer out of that area. You're going to see a lot of cops putting their papers to transfer into the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. You're going to see a lot of firemen putting their papers in to transfer out of the houses down there because they can't afford it. You're going to see city workers possibly quitting and working somewhere else. You're going to see people who can't ride the trains because they have some kind of phobia quit their jobs because they refuse to ride the trains, but they can't afford the $500 to $700 a month. So yeah, it's seemingly, guys, going to be a problem. It is what it is. Paul F. Yes, the phantom fake plate blockers. Whatever you got to do, guys. Whatever you got to do. Because enough already. These fucking and the crazy shit is, Hochul doesn't come to New York. She rarely does. And she's going to not pay this. But she was gloating about it when she was talking about it. We're the first state to have congestion price. The bitch was smiling. She was smiling at the fact that they had congestion pricing and that they're going to fuck more New Yorkers and Jerseyans and people who just come into the city. Because people from Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, they work down there. She's fucking them as well. But she had a smile from ear to ear going, yes, we're doing it. We're fucking more Americans. Keep in mind, they're happy about fucking more Americans, but not doing anything to help us out. It's mind-boggling. Actually, it's not even mind-boggling. It really isn't. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But they're definitely going. You're going to see a lot more cops. And you might even see cops leave. Like, what? $300 extra a month? No, thank you. Put my retirement paper in. You're going to kick more people out because of this shit. Again, it's going to make matters way worse for New York City. Way worse. And people don't even realize it. Or they don't care. There's also that. But we shall see where this goes. I don't know, man. I'm not liking it. I'm not digging it. I don't think it's gonna work out in their favor. It's just gonna screw people over. It's gonna make matters worse. That's all it's gonna do. That's all it's gonna do. Anyway, where are we at right now? So yeah, I'm about to go off. Now, good morning. Good morning, Venezuela. Interestingly enough, the MTA is collecting this. And I'm not sure what the percentage of it is going to the MTA, but it's over 50%. I'm not sure what the other percentage is going to be for New York State or New York City for that matter. I don't even think New York City is seeing any of this money. I think New York State might be. But again, fucking us, low-income people are going to get a pass as far as the break goes and pay. Politicians are going to get a pass in this. They're undoubtedly going to get, and they're going to be like, don't leak this out, make sure no one knows. And these motherfuckers are going to get a pass. Meanwhile, people who help your city, support your city, keep your city running, you're going to fuck us. This is not going to work out in their favor, and this is not going to work out the way they think it is. But because of their greed, they're going to allow this to go through. Anyway, guys, other than that, I'm going to go off to here now. I will see you guys possibly Thursday. If I still sound like this, then you probably won't. Or maybe you will. I don't know. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys. And Wednesday, I might have a midweek report. But other than that, I'll see you guys either Thursday night or next week. Good night.